Hey guys, how are you guys doing? Good. Good to see you on time. Nice. We have a minute to go, so I'll just share. I am actually at the reception of the Vijayabhumi University campus. I will show you what I have on my right hand side and left hand side. So, on my right hand side, you'll be able to see beautiful garden. Right, you can see those bougainvillea flowers all over. You can't see that. I believe there's too much of light against light there. Yeah? So maybe you'll be able to adjust. And you have kind of from here, you'll be able to see the university entrance. That's the front facade. There's a little mountain that you see. I actually conduct my sessions there. Can't see me. Okay, sorry. So if I move, there's some issues with. Today there's some issue with Impartus, by the way. Right? So I might just vanish at any point of time because today there is, I'm told there's some issue with Impartus. Prashant, can you see me now? It's reconnecting. No. Nobody can see me. Hi, Pradeep. Oh, so everybody got logged out and they're joining again. Ouch. इसको cancel कर दो. So there's some problem with Impartus today. Yeah, I've been told there is some problem, but till the time it's working, we'll continue. And if I disappear, please excuse me. I'll come back tomorrow morning then. Yeah, we'll try to stay around. Fantastic. Hello, I guess I am back. Let me know if I'm audible to you people. Yes, that might be a while ago. Okay, great. So there is some issues today. This is not just here. I think Impartus as a platform has an issue today. That's what I have been told. People finding it difficult logging in from different places. Okay, let's wait for people to rejoin because this participants have reduced now. Gabriel says can't see me, not audible. Let's hope things get sorted out. When you're able to hear me, when you are able to see me properly, we'll begin. We'll wait for some time. Thank you, Tara, for the feedback. Okay, Uma is not able to see the screen. Oh, okay. Hope it gets resolved. Good morning, Sukhpreet. Haripriya, good morning. Even Arundhati is saying she can see only black screen. Let's see. Let's hope things get sorted out in next 4-5 minutes. If it gets, then we'll continue. Yeah, we're back with a number of participants again. Okay, Harsh says no audio. Now audio but no video. Okay. Good, Sabrina. If you are able to see me and hear me, that's fantastic. The struggle from many ends. Yes, Pavni, you have to refresh 2-3 times. Other people, just try refreshing if you are able to hear me and not able to see me. Thanks, Manshu. Okay, Arundhati gives feedback. Everyone with black screen, reload the page. It worked for her. Yes, so it might work for others also. Pradeep says he can see me. Fantastic. Good. Gabriel, can you hear me also? Mana says you can also log in and log out. Okay, Dalip had to reboot thrice. Good, you are here. I got your feedback even before I could log in. I was having difficulty, but I heard from you that Impartus is not doing well today. Okay, welcome, Cecile. We have Sapna. Good morning. Yes, let's wait for another couple of minutes. Let people refresh and come back. Prashant says, guys, please close all other online apps that might be open simultaneously on our systems. Yeah, that's true because it will yeah, it will consume your connections, your speed, and your RAM also, right? Dalip by Impartus probably is got affected by coronavirus. Okay, so we have 47 odd participants right now. Let's begin. As and when people will join in, let's begin. I'm going to basically talk about a new medium today, and I believe you are practicing your gesture drawing, object drawing, your 1 point perspective and 2 point perspective. You know, once you have practiced enough of cubes or cuboids, then you can actually kind of move to imaginary shapes and objects, right? Things which are cuboid in nature, but you know there are suddenly there's a gap inside. There's something is protruding out of it. So those kind of imaginary spaces that you create, that's a good, very good exercise actually. Yeah. People are still having problem. Manha says, I cannot see you, but I can hear you, sir. Okay, so see whatever, like, you know, whatever you can do with it. If you can log out, log in, refresh, try all those. If nothing works, so I will try not to teach something absolutely. Even if I teach something new, I'll try and repeat it tomorrow morning for this, because there are internet issues. Yeah, and there's some issues with imparters today. Yeah. So, anyways, so let's kind of continue with our gesture drawing. Those who have access to watercolor, like a tube or a cube, whatever you have, right? So, thing like this. This is a small thing that you have. If you have a palette, nothing like it. If you don't have a palette like this, what you do is you actually take something out of your kitchen. Even a plastic plate would do, right? Plastic plate, ceramic I'm not actually suggesting because it might just uh, break. Tile, yes, why not? But sometimes you'll need some more water. So if there's a little depth inside it, any object with slightly depth, that will help, because sometimes you use, right? So you have brushes like this. These are thin brushes. This is not a great one. I'll show you some great ones. I am a collector of brushes. Now these are the brushes. This I have. So a couple of years ago, I went to US. I went to this place near New York called Princeton, and there's a brand called Princeton which actually manufactures these brushes. They're really good. Yeah, and so it gets thicker. These are also nice. So earlier, what you used to have is, we used to have sable hair brushes, but that's definitely environmentally not good, because uh, animals used to get killed because of those sable. Now these are fibers. These are as good as the sable hair, but as what I'm saying is they're manufactured artificially. Yeah. And this, usually these are used for acrylic and oil, because these are slightly hard in nature, right? That's how it happens. But then you have things like this, which is much softer, which is like, for watercolor, this is really good. This is like really soft. Yeah, good. So let's see what. Wow, Krisha has artist watercolor. You lucky. I will have to be an artist, and you are an artist anyways, Krisha. You are young, and I think what happens is, as we grow up, we stop being artists. Yeah, as Picasso has said, because your instinct to see things and to be able to capture, to draw things out of nature is very beautiful. Like all of us, when most of us were children, we were artists, but as we grow up, very few can retain that. Yeah, and that's how. Okay, great. So let me show you some gesture drawing. I'll request if I can have Govind to model for me. Superb. So let's see how things happen. I have, what I'm going to use is, so I have some graphite pencils. These are normal 10B, 8B pencils. Yeah, and I have a charcoal pencil also, like, which is a Camlin charcoal pencil. 1 second. Huh? Can you see this? This is how, it's a charcoal pencil. So once the things open up, you get one for yourself. And graphite pencils are very normal. Like, this is a 10B graphite pencil right in front of you. Yeah. And I also have a bit of charcoal in case I need, right? So honey, charcoal you have, fantastic. Use the charcoal. Yay, Govind, that's fantastic. Okay, so I'm going to draw Govind now for you, yeah? See what happens if okay, I will show you how things happen here. I hope you're able to see this, right? Great. Yeah, hope I'm not hiding your vision. No, I'm not. So, sorry. Yeah. ठीक. Yeah, so I'm starting something from top. Okay, I'm starting from the top, so I can see his face like this. Okay, I'm not lifting my pencils again. I am constantly trying to draw from whatever I can in terms of, and this flow sequence, you can start with nose, you can move into eyes. Okay, so this is how things happen. You can start from anywhere. Okay, so you want to come close to me. Okay, I have. Okay, so pencil is broken. Okay, so can I use my charcoal? I believe that's not visible. Okay, so maybe let's see what happens if I use charcoal. There's a bit of charcoal that I have. Yeah, you can see that. You can see this. something like this. Okay, so I'm basically having this some distortion because correct. You softer the pencil, you can get more of the. Now, suppose I have to use now. Ideally, I should have used only pencil, but because this was not visible to you, so therefore I had to use a bit of charcoal for you. But I'll show you the basic technique remains the same. Okay, we have 53 participants now. Hope all of you are able to see and listen to me. There's not much to listen. Uh, just see it, and there will be several techniques, by the way. So what I'm doing is I've taken some water. There's some color here, which is like black. And now what I'm going to look at is where the light is falling. So there's no light that's falling here. So it's like almost like dark. Yeah. And then I have, okay, it's better to keep, like you have to have a napkin like this, as little cloth. So you can actually open this and keep it on your hand like this. Yeah. So that you can actually can clean your brush, or sometimes the water will be more. Control the water, I think it's going to be important to be able to do this, right? So okay, sure. Yeah, so something like this. So what happens is I'm basically darkening the portions which could be slightly darker. So this you can do it with people in your house. You can do it with objects and pets that you have in your house. Yeah. So I'm using a thicker brush because I have to draw it in a larger size so that it's visible to you. Yeah. Otherwise, but you don't need to actually do it that big. Whatever paper that you have at home, whatever color that you have at home, just try and work it out. It's fine. The idea is you get the medium how it works, and you also get to practice. More or less. So you know how it is, huh? If need be, you can give a little backdrop also. Like for example, the face, there's a backdrop to the face, yeah? A little bit of, if need be, you can give all these little details. It's up to you, right? Something like this. I'll take you closer to that. Minakshi, I have been saying this. Do not worry about the proportions. Please, please, please do not worry about proportions. Do not worry about line quality. Just practice. Yeah. Arundhati, you can't understand the concept of gesture drawing. What is the concept that you want to understand with gesture drawing? Yeah. Can you be specific here? Gesture drawing is training your eyes how to draw, like draw out, draw information from, right? It's like the basics. Unless you understand the ABCD as alphabets, you're not able to understand, you'll never be able to master the language, right? This is like the ABCD of language. Yeah, I'll bring you close to the drawing. Maybe you'll be able to see more. Can you see the drawing? Yeah, so a little. Yeah, that's him. I'll bring it close to Govind also. Yeah, that's him. So, and see, look at the little folds and all. This is not very detailed, right? And that's how the idea is, not to have too much of details in all doing, but still get the gesture, right? So now the gesture drawing gets a dimension. It's no more just kind of pixel drawing. It also has some volume inside. Correct. So you're going to practice it, right? Superb. So whatever you have, supposing you do not have watercolor and brush at your house, if you have, practice it. It's a fantastic medium, right? And if you do not have, what you do is you can always do that. You can always do that with pencil. Like you can constantly move your pencil around and get your shadows, right? Because you're not able to see pencil. I can't keep the camera so close. I'll try. Huh? Can I request Govind? Can you just close? Come, bring the camera close to the. No, no, don't do it now. And just because we have very less time, just try and watch this because you have time. Like we have 23 hours to do a lot of things. And by the way, the lockdown has been extended. So what we have some more time. Okay, so there's a little announcement. We are going to continue the way we are doing. I am going to share a schedule with you by today evening on email in terms of how I have planned the days for you till May 2nd. May 3rd is again Sunday. Till May 2nd, I have planned out certain things for you, right? And I'm going to share that with you so that you are able to, you're mentally prepared and you are able to practice accordingly, right? The whole journey, whole transition that you're going to go through, I have planned this, yeah? Arti says today is World Art Day. My thoughts are art is not a perfect piece of display, but little efforts behind it. That's beautiful. You might not achieve perfection, but little satisfaction. No? When reflections of your thoughts starts falling out on a paper, creates an artist. In fact, child's first murmuring is also an art. Absolutely, Aarti. Okay, so now something slightly different that we have been also talking about is it's not just falling on the paper. Like you actually, when you're talking about drawing, art is okay, art has to be expressed, but a drawing need not be expressed all the time. Drawing is all about drawing from. Now this you have to just keep it in your mind. Even if you're sitting next to a beach and you're watching the boats passing by, you're constantly drawing. Yeah, you need not have a piece of paper in front of you, but you're constantly drawing. Yeah, so that's something that you have to understand. Yeah, so let me come close to. Yeah. So Govind will bring you close. If you have a pencil, how to go about it. Let me share a few things with you. Yeah. You'll have objects in the kitchen. Now these are all like kind of gesture drawings. This is how your objects that is there around you, you're going to look at. Yeah. So supposing you have a thing, you have a glass. Now, most people draw the top of a glass like this. That's wrong. Many people draw like this. Even that's wrong. Yeah. It's a combination of this and this. Like so, there will be things which you go. Needs a little practice, but you'll be able to see the top of the glass could be like this. Yeah. Yeah. This one will be more rounded. If you see the other side of it, supposing there's some water here and the water goes like this. Yeah. And you can see some reflections coming in around. Little thickness here. And if it's chai, then there could be some texture here. Sorry, not here. Probably here you will have some texture. Yeah. That's the little chai thing that is there, right? Little shadow here. Yeah. So that's, I hope you're able to see. Let me see if I think you're able to see, right? Superb. Now let me continue with this. You have an object like this. Govind. Okay, so supposing you have a object like this. So these three lines would come automatically for you over a period of time. So now to give some depth in the backdrop so that things are visible in the foreground, right? Some depth in the backdrop. And then you can have things like this. It's all about observation. You observe more, you'll be able to see all this and draw. So it's not, there's no one direction that I'm seeing. I'm moving my pencil in all the directions, yeah? That you have to remember. As of now, later on, I'll tell you techniques probably in the last few days in terms of how you can do otherwise also. But as of now, you just keep your pencils moving the way you want to. Keep the pencils, your eyes on the object. Right now, I'm drawing from imagination. You don't need to do that. You have to figure out an object from your surrounding, yeah? Something like this, yeah? So this is object here. And you see this object, there'll be little shadow also falling here somewhere. And they see now the whole the learning of perspective would come into the picture, huh? You'll see all these lines coming in. It must be kept in some kind of surface, right? So that's the surface, that's a little surface. You don't have to draw the vanishing point, but you'll be able to draw some kind of base. You have to hold it straight, Govind. Straight means here, that people can understand, yeah? And slightly up. Yes. Huh? Thanks. So this is how you can draw things. You can actually have some objects. Suppose in a spoon here, huh? Spoon here. Yeah. And then spoon head will have just steel spoon, so it will have some reflections. So it will have some kind of thickness here, like. And then you have this darkness shadow of the spoon so that you get that thickness here, right? And so you'll see lots of darkness, thickness. You can have what? What can have anything. You can have a suppose a knife here. Why not? A knife won't have thickness, so it will have only reflections coming from. There'll be reflections coming from top. Yeah, all these things are here. There will be thickness. Yeah, and then you have these two things coming up. Screws. Yeah, things like this. And you can have what? What you want to have. Supposing you want to draw a cup here. Why not? Cup. Now it will also have a handle, right? Handle you have to handle with care, otherwise it will get distorted. So all these things will fall in place. The closer ones will get bigger. Supposing there's a cup here, what would happen to that cup? Yeah, you'll see the more of the top portion. Why? Because the cubes, when you drew, the closer cubes, you could see the surface much more, right? Same funda happens with cup also, with things which are not cube. Yeah, there's a chai here, and I can make a handle here, right? So that's one way of going about it. I can have a saucer. Yes. So all these objects are in your house only. You don't have to go outside to get all this. So things like this. So you can do it with 1 second. Let me also show you. Supposing you want to do mixed medium and try and see how watercolor works, which basically it's about hiding because we have a, suppose in, okay, no worries. So, yeah, so this is how watercolor works. Like, you have, it's a beautiful medium. It's a beautiful medium. You can lighten it wherever, you can darken it wherever, and see all these reflections would come in. And you can have whatever things in the backdrop. There's no problem with that. So all these things you can do. You can play with the mediums. You have charcoal. If you have, suppose in dry pastel or oil pastel, why not? If you have color pencils, why not? Just play with the mediums. The fundamentals of all the mediums are same, right? You see this little. Yeah. That's the little some chai out there. So all these things, anything that you do, you can actually play with different mediums altogether. Yeah, you can mix one medium with the another. Yeah, forget about the purists, the people who keep saying that you should only use one medium and all. Come on, yeah, the best of the music is created when you have combination of interesting instruments, right? Same thing here. So this is like, this will come with a bit of practice. You can actually play with your brush, your other things. All you have to do is just leave the portions where the light may fall, either directly or indirectly. If the light is falling, you just leave that place, and just put a small little wash around it. So that's the technique actually. Yeah, nothing else. Yeah, Govind, can you come back, please? Yeah. Yes, guys, I'm back now. That's something we just did. Oh, not that visible. It's okay. I think you got it right. Arundhati, any paper that you have, even if just it's a page of your notebook, why not? Yeah. Don't get into technicalities right now. Doesn't matter. Let it know. Let it. Let it flake. What happens? Yeah. So you'll learn something. You'll have more control. It gives you less time, right? So that's even better. If it doesn't allow you to play on it for longer duration, that's even better for you to practice. Yeah. Do not be worried about the end product. The time you are worried about the end product, your learning stops, or maybe learning reduces. You're only doing it to impress somebody. You do not try on all this. Just do it on whatever you have. Sketchbook you have, fantastic, because most of the sketchbooks, they have very good quality paper. Yeah, and if you have loose sheets like cartridge paper and all, why not? Chart paper, why not? uh, yeah, anything, but anything other than newsprint will do. Yeah, newsprint is the paper on which newspaper is printed. Yeah, even if you have A4 size paper, which is copier or a bond paper, that is fantastic to learn watercolor. In fact, most of the watercolor that I've shared yesterday are drawn on papers like that. Yeah, those copier and bond papers. Good. So I want you to continue the practice of perspective drawings, 1 point perspective, 2 point perspective. I also want you to continue object drawings, gesture drawing. When you're doing an object, so supposing this is the object, yeah. This object can be seen from this angle, that angle, this angle, that angle, lot of angles, huh? Even you can play with the light. Suppose light is coming from here, I change the whole this thing. So one object can be drawn 100 times, and that's where the learning would happen. Yeah, you'll be able to see lots of drawing when you play with it. Yes, Tara, let me kind of unmute you. Let's see if you want to show your 2 point perspective drawing. Let's see if I can. Tara, you are unmuted. If you can switch on your camera, and if the internet Works fine. I'll have you here right now.
Yeah.
One second, Tara. Let me put you full screen. Yes. Yes, Tara, I saw this drawing you have sent me already. This is nice. This is beautiful. Yeah. Please, can you? The camera is not that clean. Can you just clean your wipe off your camera lens? Your laptop lens. Can you just clean it up with a cloth? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that everybody will be able to. Yes. Now, can you show it to us? Yeah. Now see the drawing is clear. Just hold on the drawing. Yeah. Straight. That's fantastic. Yeah. Good. Just play with it. Yeah. Play with it. Continue playing with it, and it will get better and better. Yeah. Superb. Thank you so much, Tara. Yeah?
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Who else wants to come? I can take one more person. Anybody wants to come after Tara? Tanmay wants to come. Let's see if Tanmay, we can get Tanmay right now. Huh. Tanmay, you are unmuted. Just try switching on your camera and microphone.
Sir, it's switching on.
Tanmay, you are against light. Your light. Okay, 1 second. Let me show you. Yeah. Yes. This is better. Fantastic. Yeah. Come in the center. That's really nice. Yes. Just hold on. Hold on for a while. That I think is really good drawing. Yeah. Continue doing this. Okay. There's some problem with the leg of the cot.
Sir?
Can you bring the cot in the center, please? Center. Yeah. Just hold on. Go on top. Go a little up. Get up, and hold on. Up a little up, and hold on. Hold on. Yeah. So this is a little problem with the leg of the cot. The perspective line that you imagine, that will never be there. Yeah. So that will also head towards the vanishing point. Yeah. These are little things that you have to care. I'm talking about the right one. Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
sir.
Just kind of focus on that, and you'll be able to understand. That's good. Anybody else wants to come? Thank you so much, Tanmay. This was good. Who wants to come? One more person. It's okay to use scales once in a while, Harsh, huh? Yep. Who else wants to come? Bindu Vaj. Okay. Bindu wants to come. Let's see if I can have Bindu. Bindu, you are unmuted. Can you try coming, please?
Okay, it's trying to connect the webcam.
We'll see. Sometimes if it buffers, then it keeps buffering forever. We'll
Yeah,
see
that's right.
Anyway, what do you want to show? Can we speak?
The perspective drawing of the kitchen that I drew.
Very nice.
Oh, it's not connecting. It's just
Okay,
buffering for us.
So there are some issues today. So anyways, thank you, Bindu. Just send it to me. Good. So Bindu is done. People are appreciating Tanmay. Nice. Okay. So what am I going to tell you this? I am first. Okay. Few people, because we have 50 participants. Let me share the links of the webinars that has happened. Many of you could not join So first, let me share my webinar with Mr. Alok Shetty. Alok Shetty is Forbes 30 Under 30 Asia 2006. He's one of the leading architects. He's just 34-year-old and has done lots of interesting projects, including the beautiful Vijayabhumi University campus. Yeah, that's me talking with Alok Shetty. That is number one that I've shared with you. Then I have my webinars, which are basically careers on communication design. But I had a very special webinar yesterday, as I mentioned in the class, called New Age Careers in Communication Design. So it was my interaction with Mr. Rajan Nair, and that would interest many of you. That's the second link I'm sharing. Just copy and put it whenever you are free. If it interests you, go and have a look and share. And so that's one. Second thing, I'm going to share a plan with you by today evening, which I said. You have to continue drawing from real life. Right now, there will be temptation to draw things from computer, like, Google it, all those things. Just hold on for a while. Yeah? Because that's too easy to draw from a two-dimensional thing to a two-dimensional paper. And that's what you have been doing all these years, right? So just few days you have with me. For just few days, just hold on the temptation of drawing from another drawing or another photograph. You have to draw from real life, something right in front of you. If somebody is sitting in front of you, just try and get the gesture drawing. If a pet is lying around, draw. Go to your balcony, look at the perspective drawing. Supposing you are on the 4th floor, yeah, and you're looking down, so your eye level has gone onto the 4th floor. That's your eye level. Eye level is basically your horizon, yeah, and that's where you will find your vanishing point 1 and 2 there. So figure out a composition. I hope all of you, how many of you have actually made the frame I described yesterday? How many of you could make that frame? Can you say Akansha could make? Fantastic. Yes, Bindu did, Anshu did, Malvika did. Can any of you show what you have drawn? Who wants to come? Just show it to people what exactly you made. If you're happy with your thing, just Meenakshi, can you come? Would you like to switch on your camera? Then I'll unmute you. Who wants to come? Come on, someone, please. Please volunteer and show it to other people what you have exactly done. Anyway, so let me repeat the frame, repeat the assignments. You have to take a cardboard, some kind of cardboard, like supposing you have those packings coming in of your shoes and other things. You take that cardboard, you draw a rectangle through a scale, and then you cut it off. It's a window for you. That is your frame, right? So that's how you are going to look at things through that frame. You'll be able to see perspective, right? The same way the filmmakers do this, like that is the frame that they move. Yeah. So that's how that frame becomes your frame, and that things will become much more simpler. Because what happens is when you're drawing things in front of you, there are too many things. Sometimes you turn your head, the drawing changes. Turn your head, that's a drawing changes, right? But if you have a frame, you cannot turn your head. You're looking at one side. The drawing would not change. Yeah, it will stay the same, and that's important. That's the importance of frame. So please make a frame for yourself and start drawing a lot of watercolors. And I'll continue giving you demonstrations. I'll mix 1-point perspective, 2-point perspective, and gesture drawing, as well as the watercolor. So this is how you learn. There's no one sequence in which you learn, right? I'm going to also share a plan with you, right? Many people who could not join, who registered, because there are more than 500 who registered. Many couldn't join initially because they either the link didn't work or because of network issues and all. There's another chance. I'll announce another batch, because we can't have people joining this batch because we've moved ahead from where we started, right? So I am going to announce that today. So if you have people you know and should attend and should learn this, please do recommend them. I'm going to share the link with you, and that will be fantastic if they can start doing from day one. It could be your daughter, son, your brother, sister, it could be your uncle, aunt, it could be mother, it could be father, grandfather, grandmother, and anybody, a neighbor or a friend that you thought would be interested. And because it's lockdown time, most people will be at home, and joining 45 minutes every day should not be much of an issue for people, right? If they're really interested. Yeah, thank you so much. Can somebody help Arundhati where the links are? Yeah, so Harsh has already shared the link. The links are being put up. Just keep looking at from the same place, same channel. Yeah, that's IFM Business School channel that you are constantly going to get the links. Do not have to, just do a little exercise from yourself only. Now we are too used to like asking help from people. Yeah. Anyway, great. It was. Thank you for kind of sticking around, and you always make my morning so bright. I look forward to these sessions with you, and the kind of drawings that you're sharing. It's fantastic. Inspire other people. Share them on social media with hashtag anybody can draw or hashtag ABCD with Praveen. And hashtag Vijay Bhumi. So let people also know there's a design school at Vijay Bhumi, and we have a beautiful campus. Someday, I believe we are making a family of 47 people here. Many who wants to attend, they're skipping alternate sessions, but we are making a family actually, and someday we all are going to meet here once things get better and we start moving around, and we're going to have a kind of get together, and we might do an exhibition also, right? Other thing, for people who are joining regularly from the university, we're going to acknowledge your participations. We're issuing a certificate of participation from Vijay Bhumi School of Design and Vijay Bhumi University. So stay regular. I know that certificate is not what you're looking for. You're looking for learning. So if you be regular, you'll learn a lot. Yeah. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Keep sharing your drawings. Yeah. Take care. We've exceeded my time by 5 minutes today. Cecil, thank you. Have a nice. It's an order for you, but have a nice day. Bye, Gabriel. Bye, Aarti. Bye, Prashant. Thank you for your time.